listen.
Never in my life associated the word boring with baseball.
We know what's up.
Me? Yeah. Famous? Yeah.
And I'm like giddy over there smiling like, we're about to win this shit.
Did everyone give you crap? Give me a good host story.
I'm not picking it up.
We both love the game.
We talk about it every day.
Can't get enough baseball.
Having some popcorn, you're fooling around your phone.
I'd have to wait in line for 3 hours.
Hang on, because it's about to be a wild ride.
There's no three people I'd rather be talking to on the planet more than Pat and Gordo and Sammy of the Play Tessie podcast. I've just made up a reason to talk to them. That was it. I just said, here's a reason. Can you come on the podcast? And really, it was all just a big guys, just to see their faces and talk to them and say hello. Hello. Hello.
What's up, Rob?
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
I am just so happy to be sitting in a chair behind a mic in the Baseballs and Boring studio talking to you guys instead of running around a smoke-filled casino, going from, I don't know, bobbing and weaving and all over the place, listening to Scott Boris's quips, all of that. So, yeah, I'm just so happy to be back in some normalcy. Thank you. Thank you, guys, for
no more
delivering
expensive dinners.
Our pleasure. Are you kidding me?
Can I tell you this? So we are getting ready. We take the red eye on Thursday night. Obviously, we sit in the sports book. I order, my trademark drink, Tito's and soda. But I'm tired, so I have the rare. I'm gonna do the what is it? The Red Bull. What does it call it? Cotillo told me this. What was the abbreviation for this?
RBV?
Yeah. So I'm gonna have that. I'm gonna put Red Bull in my vodka. $22 plus.
Oh my god!
Plus ice cubes, an extra 2 or 3.
So one thing that you just said that I really appreciate is you said Red Bull in your vodka, not vice versa. So I really enjoy that. But that's insane.
Yes.
Wait.
Guess what you got more of? Here's
ice cubes. Ice cubes.
No, well, okay. If we're gonna power rank or do a pie chart of this drink of what was in it, it would be 75% Red Bull. It would be 20% ice cubes, and then what's that leave?
5%.
5% vodka.
Wait, hold on.
The ice cubes weren't higher.
Bradford, Red Bull vodka cost how much?
It was $22. If you want
Vegas,
ice cubes,
Sammy.
it was 24.
No, I've been to Vegas. I get that. That's crazy. And then oh my god, I would have been so angry. I would have been inconsolable.
Well, the thing is, as all the reporters, as all the baseball scribes will tell you, a lot of people stayed at the Luxor and they stayed at the jousting place?
MGM, Flamingo.
No, next to the Luxor.
Not medieval times.
It's the middle, even whatever that is.
Yeah.
It's the same level as the Luxor, right? So it's a nice little 25-minute walk from to where it was going down to the Cosmopolitan. But those hotels were like $70. So you're like, oh, this is great, right? And then you go down and get the trademark Core Power Shake, 5-hour energy, and maybe perhaps like a 1 bar, $25. It's crazy. It's crazy. So yeah.
Welcome home, Rob.
Yeah, thank you. In synopsis.
Bradford,
that's Gordo's way of let's get this going.
No, I'm happy you're not wasting your money on $22 Red Bull.
What a pro
Gordo just
move
said
that was by Gordo. Welcome home. Can we start talking about baseball?
I'm just happy for you.
You know how innocent Gordo is? Gordo just said to someone who came back from Vegas, I'm so glad you're not wasting your money. Ha ha.
Really?
Listen, man, it's an expensive city.
Gordo, do you know how to play blackjack? Do you know how to do any of that?
I do know how to play blackjack.
Oh.
I don't know how to count cards.
Well, I didn't expect the Play Tessie guys to go over there and be like the MIT card counting team.
I'm the king of playing roulette twice, winning money and stopping.
Okay. All right.
Sure.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
Sure thing.
How come that wasn't in a wedding speech? What a missed opportunity.
Yeah. I bet those are a thrilling 12 minutes at the casino, Gordo.
There was a double entendre there.
I just watch all my friends lose their money.
What we're gonna do today, and we can cruise through this. I know that you guys did the Play Tessie podcast. We're gonna cruise through this. We have Alonso, Bregman, Tucker, Bichette, Valdez, Cease, and Amai. Boris said it like 50 times. I should know. Amai, right?
Correct. Yeah. Am I?
Yeah. Am I?
So we're gonna predict the landing spots for each. But before we do that, really quick, I'm in the belly of the beast. What was each of your takeaways from this past week of the GM meetings? Pat, you go first.
Oh, Boris hasn't lost his touch. The tongue twister with Pete Alonso. I can't even remember it, but it was like a plethora of pursuers for the power bat that is the polar plot. Like just an incredible. He still got it. That's my biggest takeaway.
You know what? The bizarre thing about that Boris session. So it went I think it went 45 minutes. There wasn't any news that came out of it.
No,
nothing. Not even
Barely
close.
Is.
No, that's not true. Sometimes there is, but now it's defaulted into really just a stand-up comedy routine more than anything. So, yeah. But, the only thing was he said something I thought pertinent about gambling, which is now every time anyone throws a 55-foot pitch, everyone's going to say, did they do it on purpose? That was fair. Good point by them. But other than that, player-wise, no news. Anyway, Sammy, what was your takeaway?
My biggest takeaway is that has there ever been a big-time agent, a big-time mover and shaker of money who has been low-key likable like Scott Boras? I feel like you're not supposed to like a guy who has his job and has his power, but with his quips, I'm kind of coming around on the guy. He's funny. He's genuinely funny. So that was my biggest takeaway. I might be a fan of Scott Boras.
I love a good funny villain. I'm all in on that.
I had one unnamed player who was there said, if that was my agent, I would have fired him on the spot.
No, you wouldn't have, because it's Scott Boras. That's why it works.
Hey, yeah. I'm just telling you what the guy said. I don't put words in their mouth. All right, Gordo, what was your takeaway?
My takeaway was that there was a lot of GM speak. We talk about all these pitchers available for trades, and every single one of those GMs went on record, or their owner went on record. It's up. Nah, we don't need to do that. We're probably not going to do it. We expect the guy to be here. So, we'll listen. But yeah, probably not happening.
I will say this. That tone that you're talking about, from Falvey, that was not the tone of Chris Getz a year ago.
No.
Chris Getz a year ago was we're trading this guy, pretty much. He didn't come out and flat out say it, but that was insinuated. So my takeaway was along those lines. It was when I talked to Breslow and Getz about Crochet, about that deal, how, because I'm interested in okay, where do these guys go from here? Is this the T-shirt gun that launches them into the offseason? And Breslow reflected and said, it was really right after the GM meetings, I started feeling like we're going to get a deal done, right? He said, right after the GM meetings. And then you talked to Getz, and Getz said, I basically erased the Red Sox off the board the night before. I did not think that we were going to get a deal done. So why I say that is because it's one thing to think something. It's another thing for both sides to be thinking the same thing. And that's the dangerous thing, because as soon as I heard that, I immediately thought of trade deadline where, okay, we hear such conflicting things about Minnesota, about how they were acting, and the Red Sox and the other teams, how they were acting. So that was my takeaway. I was very in-depth, very thoughtful takeaway from it. So yeah, you're welcome.
I just feel like
Thank you.
with Getz, like the White Sox were in such an obvious position where he needed to get traded. Whereas like at least with the Twins, you can make a reasonable argument, and Falvey did it. Like you could make the argument, yeah, it's the AL Central, and we believe in this and that and the other thing, and that's why we can actually compete in this division. And like the Marlins, they had a really good second half, so like yeah, we could see ourselves keeping Sandy. And the Brewers came off a 95 win season, like they definitely don't need to trade Freddie Peralta if they don't want to. Like there's no reason for these teams to tip their hand, and none of them did. So some of them, I'm sure, are very hell-bent on keeping these guys, but I don't think it's going to – like every single one of these GMs was saying the same thing, and I would be very surprised if we got through this offseason and like none or one of these guys was traded.
My other takeaway is that the golf course that the MLB Open was played on, Shadow Creek, is
that Dustin May played on?
That Dustin May led the charge on, that it's the most expensive green fee in the world.
How much?
What was the greens fee?
Like $12.50.
God. Whoa.
You do get a limo and you do stay at a property, and yeah. So anyway, that was another takeaway. All right. Let's go through these. I will call on each of you. I will say the name, and then I will call on each of you, and you can give me the team you think they're going to sign with. Ready?
Hit
it.
Okay. I see you. I'm going to go in order as I see you, as people who have got on the call. You're rewarded for promptness. Congratulations, Gordo. You go first. Gordo, all right. Pete Alonso.
Oh, you're starting me off with a Red Sox one. I think Pete Alonso leaves the Mets and joins the Boston Red Sox.
The Boston Red Sox.
I don't think that precludes them from doing anything else either.
We didn't ask you that. Just so
Pete Alonso
to the Red Sox.
And I'm not being a homer.
You are being a homer.
No, you just asked me about Pete Alonso first. I'm not being a
Sammy.
Huh. Pete Alonso, you're starting me off with the Red Sox. I think Pete Alonso leaves the Mets and goes to the Red Sox. I was trying to remember exactly what Gordo said, but yeah, same take. I feel Alonso's to the Red Sox.
All right. But you forgot. You say I'm not being a homer. Say that.
Oh, and I'm not being a homer, and this does not preclude one of the teams from something.
All right, Pat.
Pete Alonso, you're starting me off with the Red Sox. I'm not being a homer. That sucks that we all have the same one, but it just feels right. I don't see him going back to the Mets. There's a natural fit. To me, it's the Sox. I floated a couple others, but
please don't go Bregman second.
Yeah.
Go Bregman second.
Hold on. Let me do mine. Can I do mine?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Jiminy crickets.
Pete Alonso.
Pete Alonso to the Red Sox. I mean, I don't think he goes back. The Mets, like writers, they're really almost trying to put square peg round hole. I don't think the Mets. I don't know, unless Steve Cohen steps in, and if he doesn't go back to the Mets, I don't know where he goes. So I say Red Sox.
Who's that weird team that keeps getting brought up into this? Oh, was it the Nationals?
By the way,
Diamondbacks have been floated a little bit.
You know who I know it's not going to be?
Who?
Seattle Mariners.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dang.
I buried the lead on this. I should have said, we're doing this podcast after the biggest signing of the offseason so far, Josh Naylor. Has the terms come out yet?
5 years, no money yet.
Okay.
Looking right now. I'll let you know when it comes out. I keep checking.
Josh Naylor. Good for the Mariners. Good for them.
Why is Josh Naylor always the first off? Like he was the first off the board at the trade deadline too.
He's such a no BS guy. He probably knows where he wants to go, and he just picks it.
He wants to get ready for the WBC with Team Canada.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right. Next up, Bregman. Gordo.
Listen, guys, I'm not trying to be a homer here, but I think he's going back to the Red Sox. We talked a lot about it on Play Tessie. I told myself I knew it was going to look hairy. It has to look hairy. This is how you get your deal from either side. But to me, I still think when it's all said and done, he wants to be with the Red Sox. The Red Sox want him in Boston. It will get done. Sticking to it.
Sammy, did you write that down?
No, I did not write that down. There's nothing wrong if it looks hairy, but I do think that Bregman goes back to the Red Sox. But for the sake of variety, if it's not the Red Sox, and Bradford, we just spoke about this on Play Tessie, I think the Washington Nationals is second best odds here. So I think Bregman to the Red Sox. If it's not the Red Sox, give me the Nats.
Okay, so your prerogative to be wrong. Pat?
I'm going Detroit Tigers.
Ooh!
Yeah, I think the Tigers make a lot of sense. They offered them a good chunk of change last year. We talked about it tonight when we were recording, but for me, they gave him probably the best offer last year, but he had the safety net of a 1-year deal that he took because he couldn't guarantee himself that was the best offer he would get between that offseason and this offseason. This is different. This year's different. This is his basically last chance to cash in fully. I don't see the Tigers really shine away, even though they were kind of rejected last year. I think the Tigers on paper make a ton of sense. There's a Hinch reunion. It's a young team. The talent's there. The fit is there. I think he fits really well.
You know what? What's he care about the ballpark? He's got his contract.
There you go.
He cared about it last year, the contract.
Exactly. No, he cared about the contract.
The Tigers offered him basically what he was looking for, and he told him.
Was it what he was looking for?
170 mil plus. It's a big chunk of change.
All right. I say the Phillies.
Ooh.
That's my second team.
Yeah. I think that that's a big 30-something clubhouse culture. Screams Dombrowski.
So Rob, do you think actually no, because we're gonna get to him later. I won't ask it. I was going to ask about Schwarber, but I know we're going to talk about him later.
Did I have him on the list? Oh, yeah, I did have him.
Yeah, you did.
All right. Tucker. Kyle Tucker. Gordo.
I bounced back and forth on this one, but I ended up landing on the Blue Jays. I think that they're going to have an offseason. Basically, they're going to have the offseason that they wanted to have last year and the year before, and they're going to be able to get
now people don't mind playing there.
Exactly. Now it's it's going to be a desirable destination as opposed to what it's been the last couple of years. And I think there's probably going to be fewer teams willing to go into the neighborhood that the top maybe 2 or 3 teams are willing to go to for Tucker. And I think the Blue Jays just offer the most money. They're a good situation to go to now. And I think they signed multiple 9-figure deals this winter.
Sammy.
I have the exact same take as Gordo for the exact same reason. So I really don't have anything to add. So Tucker, Blue Jays. God, thank you, Gordo.
You're a ball knower, Sammy.
Just repeat what Gordo said. Same team, same reason. Yep.
3 years ago, you would have had completely different opinions. Now you think exactly alike.
Changed a lot this year.
Yeah, well, there you go. You become one person. Pat.
So for the same reasons you said Bregman, I agree, but I'm going Kyle Tucker to the Phillies.
Oh.
I think Philly makes a ton of sense. He's on the younger side, younger than Turner, Harper, all those guys. They have some pieces coming up. Abel, Crawford, Stott, Aiden Miller, all those. He can kind of be that next centerpiece for the next era to come in. They're basically admitting they're cutting bait with Castellanos. I think they'd prefer to pay an above average outfielder than maybe bring back Schwarber. I don't know. But the fit to me, I love it. Dombrowski's aggressive. Their window for right now looks closing. Tucker extends it.
So one of the things I want you guys to do at the end is identify which of these picks you are certain that you basically want to double down on, that you are so sure is going to happen that it's the bonus money that if you hit on.
Okay. All right.
In case there's a tie. And I'm going to use mine for this one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Wow. Yeah. Here we go.
Yeah. Ding, ding, ding. Dodgers.
Oh.
Okay.
No, Rob, don't do that. Actually, I'd rather that we'll have the same argument that we had. Who was it about Sasaki last year where when it was down to Dodgers and Blue Jays, I wanted him to go to the Dodgers because I wanted him out of the AL East. And Sammy, I know, wanted him with the Blue Jays. It would be the same thing with Tucker. I would much rather he go to the Dodgers than the Blue Jays.
Okay. Well, I'm just telling you. Think about it. Look at the outfield that they ended up with. They won a
Yeah.
World Series with. It was that's a sneaky thing about like that winning the World Series. You had Kike Hernandez in left field with evidently one arm. You started Tommy Edman with a broken ankle in center field that you have to replace him with Andy Paez, who like with 1 for 100 in the postseason. And then you had who do you have in right? Oh, Teoscar. Okay, Teoscar Hernandez is okay, fine. But you were supposed to have Conforto there. Like they're not playing around anymore. No more. So there you go.
Wait, they were playing around?
Yeah,
prior?
what is playing
What?
around?
Playing around in terms of like getting Michael Conforto to be one of these outfield spots.
Wow. These guys, nobody's been through more than the Dodgers.
Yeah.
Warriors.
All right. Bo Bichette.
You starting with me again?
Yeah. Well, again, yeah. I mean,
I'm taking.
This is like a rotating panel. Go.
Okay. I'm taking the Blue Jays. I said I think that they could sign multiple 9-figure deals this offseason. I think they get Kyle Tucker, and I don't think that stops them from bringing Bo Bichette back. And yeah, I think he's going to get paid and he's going to stay. And I don't know how badly I thought he wanted to stay before the season, but after the run they just went on going to the World Series, I don't think he's going to want to leave. I don't think they're going to want him to leave. And I think they're going to just spend out the wazoo this offseason.
Sammy?
This is a little bit out of the box. I think he's going to go to the Tigers. I think he's going to go to the Tigers, and it's going to be kind of like their, hey, don't be mad at us when Skubal leaves. We tried, because they're not going to bring back Skubal. I don't think they're going to trade Skubal, but I think they're going to sign Bo Bichette. It's going to be their all-in season in 2026, and then they let Skubal walk, and Bichette's like, shit, I shouldn't have signed here. They gave me a lot of money, though, so it's fine. So that's my guess. Bichette, Tigers.
That would be like the Bregman turned down 170 from us last year, so Bregman takes that money.
I'm going to ask you a question after each of you pick, but go ahead, Pat.
I'm 50-50. The Blue Jays make a ton of sense, the success they just had. That being said, I'm still going to go the Atlanta Braves.
Ooh.
I think the Braves make a lot of sense. They have all those guys on team-friendly deals for the most part. Shortstop's been a disaster lately for them since they lost Dansby. Bichette goes down there, crushes. It's him, it's Acuna, it's Albies, it's Olsen, it's Riley. Plugs in, good 25, 30 home runs, consistent hitter. I don't know if he stays at short for the whole duration of the deal. Probably not. But I like the fit, Atlanta.
Okay. I'm going to go with Blue Jays again. So, Gordo, congratulations on being right. And can you do that again? Thank
Looks
you
like Paul Bunyan.
So the question I was going to ask was, where do you see him playing? And Pat, you sort of went right into why I asked this question, because Alex Anthopoulos has made it very clear that the two things that they are trying to get, starting pitching and a shortstop. Now, when I was asking around about Bichette and that possibility, the answer was, just by someone, is he a shortstop?
It's a good question.
Well, if they're asking, this is an issue. And I think that you look at, and this is why I think, for instance, like whoever loses out on Bregman should be taking a hard look at Bichette, or whatever, either vice versa. Like I think any team that doesn't get the guy that they want and gets the other guy should be happy. That's what I say. So anyway, there you go.
I think he's going to get paid like a shortstop, though.
Yes.
He's going to get paid like a good hitter. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, true.
I mean, Pete Alonso is going to get paid, he's a DH.
No, but Pete's not going to get paid shortstop money. He's going to get paid good bat money. I feel like Bo's going to get paid shortstop.
He's going to get paid
bat.
like a 28-year-old good hitter
By the Boston Red Sox.
It could be a short fielder for all I care.
Oh, I thought you were talking about
Short
Pete.
Yeah.
Rob,
Short
if
field.
if he goes back to the Blue Jays, the question, because they've got Andres Jimenez locked up long term, but like obviously they, and granted, I don't know how much of it was because of his health, but like Bo Bichette was playing second base in the World Series, Jimenez was at short. I do wonder how long it would take them to get there, because it's not like a situation where one player's contract, like Andres Jimenez, hits free agency and then they use that as an excuse to move Bo to second base. Like I wonder how quickly they would move Bo, because like
They
obviously
can move. I think they can move him around. They could even play him. They can play him at shortstop. I'm not saying that like every team doesn't think he's a shortstop, including the Blue Jays. Maybe the Blue Jays do, and maybe they move Jimenez to second. I don't know. Like, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Move all around.
Don't have to decide tomorrow.
You just need that middle of the order bat who can hit a 3-run homer in this Game 7 of the World Series. All right, Framber Valdez. This is a tough one.
Ooh,
This might be the toughest one of all.
Yeah, I made my free agent predictions like a week ago, and I've changed his team 3 times since then.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with the Blue Jays.
Oh my God, dude.
I've bounced around.
Hey, how many players are going to the Blue Jays?
All of them.
All of them.
All right.
You could call it strategic because they're definitely going to get some of them.
So so as we've gone through 5 players, 5 of the biggest free agent players there are. Gordo has mentioned 2 teams.
Yeah, it's true. I have.
2 of the Red Sox, 3 of the Blue Jays.
Yep. I just swapped him with a different starting pitcher that we'll probably talk about with the Orioles, who I'll pick. And I also dabbled with the Giants, but I ended up going with the Blue Jays because I just, every time there's like a big name veteran pitcher, like name value through the roof. Like if we're talking name value of these free agents, I feel like Framber Valdez is the biggest name because he's been the most consistent at the top of the league for the longest out of all the free agent pitchers. So I went with him to the Blue Jays, but really it could be like a rotating cast. But they're going to get one of these pitchers.
He's going to be 33, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of nuts. And you have to invest in extra chest protectors. It's an old joke.
True.
I got one laugh, right? Who was that, Pat? Thanks.
That's me. That's me. That's a good one.
Thank you. All right, Sammy, what do you got?
I'm going to go with the 1948 World Series champion Cleveland Guardians.
Ooh.
I think that...
Whoa.
Yeah, a little out of the box. I think that Jose
Can I pick, like, we pick our certain one? Can I pick the one that I'm so certain?
Least certain?
Yeah.
Is it going to be
Okay. All right. Well, you guys all said I was wrong about Duran's defense a year and a half ago, and I was right about that. I never forgot. So I think Jose Ramirez is a little upset with how things have gone since he signed his extension. It doesn't seem like Cleveland is trying as much as he would like them to. Framber Valdez is a great pitcher. He's been a good pitcher for a long time. His price is down due to the added chest protectors that his team will have to purchase. I think this is the perfect target for Cleveland to buy low on a talented pitcher and say, hey, Jose, don't be mad. Don't request a trade. Don't be disgruntled. Don't make it an issue in the clubhouse. We are trying to win, even though we're not really. So I think Framber Valdez shocks the world and he goes to the Guards.
Framber Valdez is where this podcast went off the rails.
It was.
I have everyone going to the Blue Jays. Sammy is the Guardians.
You know,
signing 9-figure.
Every time I have an out of the box take, I get hated on, and I never forget. I don't forget.
Honestly, Sammy, Framber Valdez is the one guy on this list who is gonna like scream out of the box take. And I almost did a team where I thought was really out of the box, but you eclipsed whatever like out of the box. Like you went. Like I don't even know what the equivalent of the outside the box thinking you were.
So when I brought up the thing about Duran's
like
defense
the box
not being
didn't
good,
exist. That's how far out of the box it was.
Last year we did a podcast and I mentioned I don't think Duran's defense is good, and I brought up his routes, and I got a lot of crap from you guys for that. And I brought it up this year. Like I didn't forget. If Framber signs with Cleveland, I am going to be the biggest jerk on the planet. I'm never going to let anyone forget.
You to be. Do
Good.
it.
Good.
Do it.
I don't forget.
Yeah.
I don't want you to forget.
The terrible analogy, the Jaron Duran route running.
Hey,
to the Guardians spending
was
money.
I right or was I right? Look at his defense.
Listen,
whoop, down a cliff.
I was right about something at some point. But I still wouldn't say Framber Valdez is going to the Cleveland Guardians.
Hey, I can be wrong about a take, but you laugh at the take, I won't forget.
Sammy, I got 100 on a math test once. So I'm going to be right on all of these takes.
I like your strategy, though, Gordo. Predict everyone to the Blue Jays. You're going to get at least one or two of them right.
I can't wait for Framber Valdez. Go ahead.
I have a whole list here, and those might be the only 3. Oh, wait,
you
no.
have 2 of the Red Sox, 3 of the Blue Jays.
Let's keep going. I will diversify now.
We'll keep going.
Couldn't you see Cleveland moving a pitcher for a bat and then being like, all right, we'll take Framber.
They need a bat.
All right. That's what I'm saying. They move like Gavin Williams or someone, get a good bat, and then they sign Framber. I could see it.
All right. Pat.
So Framber's a funny one because there's the chest protector thing, there's the attitude, but he's also a winner. He's also extremely consistent. For me, if there is someone running a baseball team that knows what it takes to win a championship, the importance of stability, front end starting pitching, and winning culture in a clubhouse, it is Buster Posey. I think Framber Valdez goes to the San Francisco Giants.
Ooh, all right.
I like that one, Pat.
All right.
I had him there for a little while. Who did I replace him with? I don't know.
All right. I'm gonna my outside the box thinking, and this Sammy, as soon as I'm gonna say this team, openly mock me.
Oh,
Rockies.
Boy.
And I will
These
tell you about that time where I talked about Darren Bragg's route running ability.
By the way, for reference, Duran was 86th in Major League Baseball when I brought that up.
It's awesome. I tried to force myself to say Framber Valdez was going to the Athletics.
Whoa.
I feel like here's my reasoning why I was trying to force myself. Because they got a good team, right? And I know they have Luis Severino, but it feels like they're just and maybe it's just because I was in Vegas. It feels like they're just about to spend some money. They started to spend a little bit. Now they're ready to spend a little bit more. So anyway, but I couldn't do it.
I thought you were going to go with it.
Oh.
See, I think they'll spend when they are in Vegas. That's when I think it'll start. I don't think they'll do it yet.
Rob, I want to know who you're going to say because I had one that I was like really going with, but I think you might say it right here.
I know where Rob's going. It's an AL East team.
Because I was like, I honestly I don't feel great about this one, but I can convince myself that
Cleveland.
This is it. What do you think it is?
Tampa Bay Rays.
I think you're going to say Orioles.
I was going to say Angels. That was the team that I was thinking.
No, so I thought of the Angels, but there's so little certainty in terms of if they're going to spend money or not. Nobody knows. It's kind of nutty. But I thought of the Angels. What was the one you said, Sammy? Oh, the Orioles?
Yeah, because I think they're going to spend on one of the free agents, but not the top one.
Everyone knows what they need. Plausible.
Mm-hmm.
No, I am going with the Rangers.
Ooh.
They've shown they're willing to spend money. They want to win. They have Evaldi. They know that, like, basically you have the top of the rotation guys. That's how you get to where you want to go. You have DeGrom there. Again, Evaldi's not going to last forever, but if you have DeGrom, you have Evaldi, still there, and you have Framber Valdez, immediately you're in the conversation.
You better win. Your future is grim with those guys. You better win right away.
Well, that's the point. It's like, you'll have like a 3. I mean, I don't even know if you have a 3-year, but Evaldi's going to move on and whatever. I just love how Chris Young thinks, and I think this sort of leans into how he thinks. So
did they lead the league in starting pitch or the AL in starting pitcher ERA last year, the Rangers? Or was it bullpen ERA? No, definitely not bullpen. Couldn't have been.
I don't know.
They were somewhere with pitching.
I don't know.
But I'm trying. They're losing Molly. Who else? I don't know.
Maybe they bring him back. Please help me find Molly.
All right, let's keep it moving. Dylan Cease. Gordo.
Okay, Dylan Cease. This was the swap with Framber. I originally had Cease with the Blue Jays and Framber with the Orioles, but I am going to predict that Dylan Cease will be the big starting pitcher that the Orioles pay this offseason. He's coming to Baltimore. Just kind of, I've always seen, I don't know, something. Maybe just picture him in the uniform. They're going to get one of the big starting pitchers. I will pick Dylan Cease to be that.
I have no problem with that.
They're getting someone.
Well, that's what we said last year, and they got Charlie Morton and Sugano. So
learn your lesson.
Okay, Sammy.
So I think the Orioles starting pitcher is going to be Ranger Suarez because he's good, but he's less expensive than the other guys. So that's my Orioles guy. If I'm going Dylan Cease, I think he's going to sign with the Chicago Cubs because they need pitching and they're in a small ballpark. What's the cure to pitching in a small ballpark? Strikeouts. Dylan Cease, the only pitcher in Major League Baseball to have 5 consecutive seasons of 200 plus strikeouts. I think he's a match for the Cubs. He's pitched in the city of Chicago plenty. That's my call. Dylan Cease to the Cubs.
Former
Homecoming.
Cub.
Yeah, Cub. True. Technically true.
No, yes.
That is also my pick. I think Cease to the Cubs makes a lot of sense. I mean, if you want to call it familiarity with the organization, he has it. But been in Chicago, played most of his great seasons in Chicago. They've been pretty outspoken about their desire to add starting pitching. Cease is my favorite free agent starting pitcher. I think the fit's there. He won't really break the bank, and I don't think. But yeah, I'm going Cubs for sure.
All right, this is going to be boring. I'm going with Cubs too. Although I also thought the Orioles, like that, those were the two teams, the Orioles or the Cubs.
That's definitely my second.
And the Blue
my second
Jays.
pick.
Come on.
My second pick is
Blue
definitely the
Jays.
Orioles. Orioles makes a ton of sense. That if it's not the Cubs, Orioles is my second pick. So Gordo, I don't think you're off at all.
The thing is, I feel like the destinations for all these starting pitchers who are going to end up in at least similar ballparks in terms of money and years. Like, I don't know exactly which one's going to be put in which spot, but like there are certain teams that I know are going to end up with one. And it's basically just where are we placing them.
Well, it's really about the journey, not the destination, isn't it?
Hold on, let me write that down. All right,
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. Am I
okay? You guys just said said the Cubs. This is where I'll place him. I'm going to put him on the Cubs.
Ooh.
I think maybe they go a little bit younger. I do think after everything that's been said at the GM meetings, I originally wasn't pegging them to be big spenders because everyone was just so certain that they were going to let Kyle Tucker walk. It's like, okay, I guess they're not going to spend, but it seems like maybe they are going to spend on a starting pitcher. So we'll go with MI for the Cubs. A little bit younger, fits right in with what they're building there, and they feel very confident in their pitching program, as they should.
Should they?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
They
All
developed some dudes.
All right. Good. All right.
They brought Imanaga over with confidence, turned him into a good pitcher.
I have a pitching coach on the podcast this week coming up. A pitching coach that has not been named as the pitching coach.
Oh,
Whoa.
Who doesn't have a? Okay, I'm gonna think about this.
Yeah, ruminate on that one. All right, Sammy.
I'm going to go to the San Francisco Giants. I think this is a team that has never been afraid of the teams in its division. I don't think they fear the Padres or the Dodgers. I think they're going to go for it. And I think there's going to be mutual interest, obviously West Coast closer to home for MI. I think that ballpark, I don't think that ballpark. I know that ballpark is appealing to pitchers. That place is big. It's cold. It's windy. That is a pitcher's heaven. So I think MI to the Giants makes sense. And I think he's going to be very good for them too.
Okay, Pat.
So this one I was flip-flopping between two. I'm going to go just based off of fit. So if there's a team MI is 26. If there's a team that's on the up and coming, like he fits right in their window, he's going to whatever. I'm going to Orioles for him. I think that is the team that gets him. You add a 26-year-old MI in with a Grayson Rodriguez, Gunnar Henderson, Jackson Holiday, Sam Basallo. I think they have a really, really, really good young core if they are able to add MI. And then he's just like you have the Valdez's and the Ceases. Age wise, it just makes
age
way
is
too much
crazy.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Age is
makes
crazy.
way too much sense.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go now. I'm hesitant in this one. In any other year, I would be super confident, but I'm hesitant because of the money situation with this team. It's the Padres.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like any
they're
other
tough.
year, I'd be like, he's gonna go there, and or at least he'll be a finalist for him. I love the fact that AJ Preller learned how to speak Japanese when he had these meetings with these guys. I still can't get over that. It's awesome. Guy who has still never seen an episode of Saturday Night Live, a guy who was playing basketball in Las Vegas at LA Fitness on at 5 o'clock in the morning on Thursday. I love everything about that. I like he's gonna woo him. He's gonna get the guy. He's not gonna lose this guy. But the money, I don't know about but still, I'm like they're just gonna free up some money. They're gonna figure it out. It's gonna go to the Padres.
I think the Padres are going to turn their relievers into starters, and that's their fix.
Well, I don't know. I don't know. I still,
Anything,
yeah.
anything to get me to stop saying they traded LDV for a reliever.
That was so stupid.
Yeah.
Color hears me loud and clear.
All right, last one. Schwarbs, Gordo. Oh, circle. Is it circle of life moment? Do you double down? Bregman, Alonso, and Schwarber, all the Red Sox.
He's coming to the Red Sox. He's playing left
Is he on the
field.
Blue Jays? Which is it going to be?
No, I got him. I've got him staying home with the Phillies. As much as I would love to see Kyle Schwarber on the Red Sox, I do not see Dave Dombrowski letting this guy get away. Like anytime I want to dream, I always think about like that final boss. Like you have to beat Bowser, and it's just like it's on like the max difficulty. It's like Dave Dombrowski when he really wants to keep a guy. Like how are you gonna if you're any of the other 29 teams? How are you gonna beat that final boss? So I think he sticks around with the Phillies, and I think he gets a very big payday.
Sammy?
I think Schwarber's following Valdez and going to Cleveland. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, baby. Come on, do it.
Nah, Phillies. I'm going Phillies. I'm being boring. I think that there's no way Bowser lets Schwarber get away. That 50-plus home runs. I think it sounds like Castellanos is going to be gone too, so that DH spot's going to be even more open. I think Schwarber goes back to the Phillies. It's boring, but that's my take.
All right, Pat.
So I have to be consistent here because the math has to, the numbers have to add up here. I said that Kyle Tucker was going to the Phillies. So to me, that means they're not re-signing Schwarber. There is one team that should have been much better this year. They had the best ERA in baseball. They ranked 22nd in runs scored, 26th in OPS and slug. Kyle Schwarber, Texas Rangers.
Ooh. With Simeon contract, with the Seager contract.
Yeah. I thought you were going to say Braves because I was going to be bold and go Braves, but I couldn't bring myself to do it. I thought you were going to do it, and then I would feel bad. But
Schwarber,
bold.
Schwarber on a 5-year. Something in that rate. Because Rob, you said it yourself. Like Eovaldi, DeGrom, like these guys are going to go. Eovaldi, this is their window. This is their window.
Get it right. I thought you were going red.
So it's like a generational thing. It's like Eovaldi. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
But I think that window that they have going, I think he maximizes the window they have open the next 2 or 3 years.
All right. So I have a wild card team for Schwarber, which I don't really think he'll go to, but if he does go to it, I want all the credit. So basically, this is the one I put the eyeballs next to. Don't blame me if I'm wrong. Just give me all the credit if I'm right. And that is the Cincinnati Reds.
Going home. Going home.
Right?
Yes.
And so the funny thing about this is that, you remember like how Alex Cora was basically like in his pregame thing in Philadelphia was Schwarber taking grounders a few feet away saying how awesome Kyle Schwarber was and this and that. The Reds took it to another level when they had Schwarber I think Schwarber catch the first pitch of the game from his dad at the Reds game. And let's just say the Phillies weren't too happy about that. So anyway, don't think it's going to be happening, but I just want to get, this is my eyeball emoji pick. I think he's going back to the Phillies. As one scribe there said, they'll burn the city down if he leaves. And they know that. It basically like, go find your offers, come back, and we'll match it or better it. So, yeah. All right.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
This is unrelated to any of the free agents we spoke about, but there's no
Yes,
there's
my
no group.
Tito's in soda cost $22. Oh, that's
I made myself a Tito's and soda for this episode.
Okay.
But I have a quick. I've been thinking about this, and this is going to sound insane. Let's say Gino Suarez signs so he's 34 years old right now. Let's say he signs a 5-year deal at a weird price with the Colorado Rockies. He's currently at 325 career home runs. If he sells out, goes to the Rockies, 4 or 5 year deal, gets to 500 home runs, do you have to put him in the Hall of Fame?
No. What?
500 home runs.
He's not crazy.
No.
There is no 500 home run hitter that's not on steroids that is not in the Hall of Fame until
we just had a guy on.
Oh, what?
Rafael Palmeiro was just on the podcast.
Well.
I mean,
he's got
Barry Bonds isn't in the Hall of Fame.
It was so sad. Honestly, it was sad. I've been watching that A-Rod thing on HBO. Boy, man. Ugh.
But really, think about that. I know it's not going to happen.
Even in Colorado, he's not reaching 500 home runs. It's not happening.
It's not that crazy. It's
not that crazy.
It's insane.
It's unlikely, but it's not completely out of the realm of possibility.
Come on. I've been thinking about this for weeks. The second I saw his age, his stats currently, I'm like, there's no chance Seattle brings him back. I'm like, dude, sell out, go to the Rockies, go 500 home runs, be the most obscure 500 home run guy in the history of the sport. It would be hysterically funny.
How many home runs is he at, Sammy?
325.
325.
Yeah,
so if he signed a 5-year deal, he would have to hit 35 home runs per year for 5 years. He just hit 49. He could do it.
That's not crazy. I'm not crazy. Look at that. I'm not crazy. I was thinking this whole time, I'm like, I gotta find a way to weave my Gino Suarez bizarro world take into this podcast.
That wasn't you didn't weave anything in. You just basically said, hey, can we stop what we're talking about and let me say this?
Well, I figured we were done. I was like, this is a good spot for me to jump in. We haven't talked about Gino Suarez. Rockies, baby. Come on.
My biggest takeaways from recording this tonight is that vodka Red Bulls are wildly overpriced in Vegas. Sammy thinks Gino Suarez is a future Hall of Famer, and he also thinks the Guardians are going to open the checkbook for Framber Valdez. I got stupider. I got stupider recording this podcast.
I said none of that. I said Framber to the Guardians because he's going to be cheap because of the chest protector, and I don't think the Gino thing's going to happen, but it could.
Pat, there's a reasonable explanation for everything you just said. This is like you tied it all together. This is like the Da Vinci Code. What you just came across. You said, why did you have those takes from Sammy? Because of he was having the equivalent of a $22 Tito's and soda while talking about those takes, which allowed us to talk about the $22 Tito's and soda in Las Vegas. Circle of life.
Full circle.
There you go. To
be fair, I made this too light. I needed to. If I had a few of these, I'm signing Gino with the
How much
Pirates.
do the ice
and it
cubes
gets crazy.
cost?
20 bucks a pop.
I give you my bonus ball, which is the one that you're the most certain of all these picks. Gordo?
Alex Bregman back to the Red Sox.
Not 49%? No?
No, 75, Rob. Bring it up.
75. What was the one we had at 5? But Bregman was a big, percentage guy last year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
It got down to 5. Get down to 5 at one point. So anyway. All right, Sammy, what's your bonus ball?
I'm going to go with Bregman too. I can't envision him signing anywhere else than Boston. We just spoke about this on Play Tessie. Initially, I said 51% to flip your 49%, but then Gordo said 75, so I jumped up to 76. So I'm going to say 76% positive. Alex Bregman back with the Red Sox. I gotta beat Gordo on this. So there it is. 76%.
Pat.
I'm going Framber to the Giants.
Ooh. What do you put at Bregman to the Red Sox? What percentage?
When we just recorded it, I said 45% the Red Sox, 55% the field. So I think they're the highest team odds, but they're not favored.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Good way to cop out.
Thank you.
All right, guys. I know it's been a long day of podcasting for you. I appreciate it. Thank you.